Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch Muppets from Space 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Ryan Rowe.
I'm your other host, Anthony Strand.
And this week we are very happy to have a return guest who is a Muppet fan friend and who also hosts a Tough Pigs podcast. In fact, guest, who are you?
Hello, I am Beth Cook, host of Fraggle Talk Classic.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me back. I'm excited.
We're excited too. And we're excited to be talking about minutes 17 and 18 of Muppets from Space, in which Gonzo receives instructions from the cosmic fish.
We're excited to be talking about
Aren't we?
cosmic fish.
Aren't you so excited?
It's my
Oh
my
boy, oh
favorite
boy.
moment.
I
in
mean, you got a
cinema.
big smile on your face right now, so I can
I
only assume.
I do. It's true.
So we pick up with Gonzo still flying through space to the sounds of Shining Star. He approaches some kind of cosmic cloud and says, "Whoa, this could be painful." And then as he flies through it, he says, "It is, it is." It doesn't really look painful. It kind of looks like he's just flying through a cloud.
I Maybe there's like stabbies, like he's getting poked, he's getting stabbed
Oh, like it's,
as he
yeah,
goes
maybe
through.
there's like little, like tiny
Yeah,
sharp particles of something.
because he,
Yeah.
he does start laughing,
Well,
almost as if he's being tickled.
he's a sadomasochist, so he
Right,
loves to
exactly. Like,
be
would anyone find this
tortured.
painful, or is it just Gonzo? Or would
Right.
anyone?
He's looking for pain. He wants it so
He's,
bad.
yeah,
He's
he's
convinced
hoping for
himself.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I might have said this before, but I just want to mention the visual effects in this entire sequence do look really good.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
As we say, they hold up because like it really just looks like Gonzo is flying through the vast reaches of space, and it'll continue to look good when these next two characters show up. And these next two creatures fly up to him, startling him at first, and oddly enough, they're fish. They're addressing him as Mr. Gonzo. These puppets are a little bit more realistic than what we would maybe normally expect Muppet fish to look like.
hmm
They don't look like, the Gill's brothers on the Muppet Show. Um, they look a little bit more like between Muppet and creature, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very.
But I assume that's by design, so they can seem kind of otherworldly.
They can seem highly evolved.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So Gonzo asks if they're space fish, and one of them says, "We are cosmic knowledge fish. We know many, many things." And the other one asks, "Would you like some tea?"
So, what you didn't say yet is that this is Steve Whitmire and Bill Beretta doing like the most absurd Indian stereotype
Correct.
voices.
That is my
Right.
next bullet point. Yes.
Right, because that's what all the jokes are too, right? Many, many things is like it's a poo, right?
Yeah, it's Apu. It's the guru trope.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. It's like trying to invoke the spiritual guru.
Right. I think in general the characters are like the guru stereotype, but I think many, many things is like the convenience store owner stereotype. Like that
Mm.
specific phrase, and so is addressing him as Mr. Gonzo, right?
Mm.
Yes, but I
That's
would
that's
say
a
that
that's a poo saying Mr. Simpson,
that's
right?
not just Apu. That's a holdover from colonialism as a whole.
True, right. They're subservient because they're not white, because they're Indian.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
offering tea, Mr. Gonzo. Yeah, the whole. I tried to look up on TV tropes. Like, okay, what is actually happening here? And the two that I found were called mystical India and
Sure.
stereotypical South Asian English. So
Sure.
not
Sure.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the mysticism of it, but then also, of course, the twisting the not just accented English, but also, oh, look,
The
we're gonna.
phrasing.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's also tied to like white people's memories of the Maharishi, the guy who, led the meditation retreats
Yes.
that the Beatles and the Beach Boys and those various celebrities went to.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Well, and can we say, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but while it is true that the Muppet Show did ethnic stereotype humor more than any Muppet fan wants to admit or remember.
Hmm.
Hmm.
This is the first time they've really done it in any of the 6 movies, right? Am I misremembering something?
Huh.
Huh.
Um,
There was a one-off line in Muppets Take Manhattan where the actor whose name I always forget, he's checking um his dog into the pound where Rolf is
James
Oh,
working.
Coco.
James Coco, you speak Chinese like a native. Yeah,
Yes.
you're
Yeah,
Oh
right.
that's the
yeah.
only one I can
You're right.
think of.
And also I have successfully forgotten that Muppet Treasure Island exists because
Oh,
the
right, right,
native
right.
pigs in that
Yes.
Oh
are
sure, yeah.
are similar to this, right? Just like stock stereotype stuff.
Yep. I
Um,
mean,
Yeah, that's
accents
true.
aside, I do love the idea of there being highly evolved psychic space fish messengers.
Sure.
sure, yeah, yeah. And like Ryan alluded to, I think they're really cool looking. I
They
Oh,
do look
love their
yeah.
cool,
design.
yeah.
Yeah, if you take away the accents and the weird phrasing, this is a great scene.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
and obviously if they did this now, they would do this a different way. They would not
Right.
cast two white puppeteers as these characters, or they would just give them different voices or something.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I was also thinking, have you ever seen the Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo seasons of Saturday Night Live?
Oh,
I mean,
no. I
clips,
mean, little
episodes.
clips
One
here
of
and there,
the
yeah.
Yeah,
One of the I went through all of those seasons a few years ago. One of the other very active cast members in those seasons was Tim Kazurinsky. He had
sure.
this recurring character who was this wise guru named Havna Guttime Vishnu were here.
Oh no.
And
Wow.
there were so many sketches of that character. Like they just kept using him. I guess I don't know if the audience thought he was funny, but
That's so
yeah.
it's so strange that now nobody remembers any of that. Like,
Oh no, yeah. Yeah, like I will say Tim Kazurinsky was very funny in his seasons on SNL, but yeah, nobody remembers him now because he was just like everybody on those years was so overshadowed by
well,
Eddie Murphy especially.
he was in all those Police Academy sequels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
I,
like
I
what I
haven't
think
seen
of
any of
him
this,
from.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's
anyway,
he's in most or all of the not original Police Academy movies.
there you go. Great. What a thing to have on your resume.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it's all part of that sort of cultural thing that, maybe is well, is definitely better left in the past. They say, Mr. Gonzo, your people have been trying to reach you. Gonzo is excited to hear this and asks if his people are fish too. The fish say, no, 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 no. One of them says, no, we are not the same as you. The other says, we are highly evolved beings. And then he loses his train of thought and forgets what he was going to say, which that's a good joke. I like that.
Yeah.
Then he remembers. By the way, the whole time the fish are sort of just like flying in and out of the frame and flying around Gonzo. I just really like how this whole exchange is framed and
Yeah.
filmed to keep it just visually interesting.
Well, and like you said, it feels like they're in space. Like it really
Yeah,
does feel
Yeah.
like they're all floating around
yeah,
freely.
yeah. They're all weightless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Uh, and then the fish remembers what he was going to say. He says, "You must mow the lawn if you wish to find what you seek."
And that's when Gonzo goes home and goes to the lawnmower and mows into the lawn. Nickelodeon Magazine, please.
Did that happen in a
Remember
commercial?
remember that commercial?
No, I don't, but
No.
There's a commercial where it's like tell your mom and dad to get Nickelodeon Magazine, and then a kid mows that into the lawn and yells it.
Oh,
that's great.
Yeah.
Did you
wow.
get Nickelodeon Magazine?
I was a Disney Adventures kid.
Okay, see, I
I
got
wasn't
Disney Adventures. My brother got Nickelodeon
I
Magazine.
wasn't we weren't allowed to subscribe to both, We got
Yeah,
Disney Adventures, that was enough.
yeah. Oh, I love Disney Adventures. Yeah.
As yeah, as we've discussed on this podcast previously, I'm sure I did buy the Batman Forever special of Nickelodeon Magazine.
Oh, yes, and you declared that it was your favorite movie.
Yeah, because it was my favorite movie, and I didn't see it for like 5 years after that.
Right. Yeah, love that. Gonzo says, I should mow the lawn. And one of the fish says, which kind of sounds like Yoda, or maybe a little bit like the Chamberlain Skeksis. I like that delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You must mow the lawn if you wish to find what you seek.
I should mow the lawn?
A lawn that is cut in your own words, Gonzo.
which have we heard Frank do because Frank played the Chamberlain on set? Do we
Oh,
know how much him doing that sounded like Yoda?
I
Because
don't know. I can't.
probably a lot, right? Like,
I would think so. I can't recall if is there, yeah, like raw audio of him doing the voice of the Chamberlain. I don't know. There's definitely I know there's of him doing Agra.
yeah, listeners, if you have Frank Oz Chamberlain Skeksis audio to share with us, please pass it
Yeah.
along.
Yes, or just tell us where we can find it. Like maybe it's in that documentary. I don't know.
Right.
Which is probably where there's like that sort of outtake that I'm thinking of where he's playing Agra and he
Hmm.
says, "Please hurt me. I am asking for it."
Yeah.
The fish says, "A lawn that is cut in your own words, Gonzo." And then the other fish says, "A message that can be seen from space." Then they say, "Goodbye, Gonzo, and may the fish be with you," which is
And also with you.
Nice, nice. Ryan, you mentioned earlier that this movie doesn't have much interest in spoofing Star Wars.
not a lot, yeah. Despite coming out in the year of the Phantom Menace.
Right, but this line is evidence that that's true and it doesn't have any interest in spoofing Star Wars. Because that's very lazy.
It is, yeah. I
Yep.
mean, I don't know. It goes by quick.
Yeah.
It's silly, but I don't mind it. And yeah, then again, the visuals of this sequence, like the fish are sort of in the foreground, and then Gonzo just kind of disappears into one of these cosmic clouds in the background. I just like the way all of this looks. So any other thoughts about the cosmic fish before we continue?
I did find it a little confusing when they said a message that can be seen from space. Because normally when we think about something, oh, visible from space, you think about something enormous,
Yeah,
like the Great Wall of China or
that's
whatever. Yeah.
right. Yeah, what people usually
And
think
I'm like,
of.
how big is the front lawn at the Muppets house?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I guess the aliens have a big enough, like a powerful enough telescope or
Oh, that's a good
whatever that
point.
they can see it. I mean, they're leaving messages that are like the size of Stonehenge or the pyramid
Hmm.
Right.
that say,
And
"Are you there?"
but also Gonzo's breakfast cereal, so they can be more precise.
Yeah,
They can
Yeah.
presumably see into his kitchen to leave
right.
that message.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was assuming that they just kind of like put a bunch of message energy and a bunch of toy telescopes into everybody's
Oh, sure.
cereal.
oh, you
Sure.
think other
Yeah.
people all over the country might be getting
Yeah, why not? I
the
mean, if
same
the message
message?
is appearing like at the pyramids and these
Oh,
messages are
That's
appearing
yeah.
all
true.
over the world,
Yeah,
they
you're right.
don't know, you know, where this message is going to hit.
Huh.
But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, some kid in like Milwaukee very confused at what's happening to his cereal.
right. And then if a bunch of kids with toy telescopes go out and watch the sky, then probably nothing bad is going to happen to them. I'm assuming they didn't all get hit by lightning too.
Right. No, I wouldn't think they would, but they might develop an interest in astronomy, which would be
There you go.
great. Yeah. Huh, yeah, I never thought about that possibility. So then we cut back to the exact time and place where we were before Gonzo went on this journey. He's standing on the roof of the Muppet house, getting struck by lightning as sparks go flying everywhere. Now we see this version of the Gonzo puppet who has been freshly lightning struck. His eyes are lit up, his fur is charred, his nose is all bent out of shape. And there's just smoke emanating from his entire person.
I love that his eyes are like get brighter and dimmer as he's laughing. That it's
Yeah, they're
not
kind
just like
of,
Oh,
his eyes are
yeah.
lit up like a light bulb. It's they're like crackling.
yes,
Hmm.
that's true. They're kind of, yeah, going in and out.
Yeah.
Corkscrew nose.
Yeah, the course. Well, the Gonzo's light bulb eyes feel like Beaker has light bulb eyes after he gets electrocuted in
Yeah,
Great
Hmm.
Muppet Caper.
which they've
And
reused that mechanism several
yeah,
times.
and the corkscrew nose kind of looks like when he's getting old in Muppet's Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
Like,
A
yeah.
little bit, yeah.
you know,
Like
so
it probably wasn't the exact same one, but it did
I'm
remind
sure
me of
not.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because that Haunted Mansion puppet looks brand new. Like I
Oh,
Yeah.
don't remember
I'm
seeing that.
sure they, yeah, built that to very specific, yeah, intentions for that scene. And in fact, this puppet was sold in an auction I didn't realize it was this recently. May 1st, 2025, at an entertainment memorabilia auction in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Hmm.
A light up lightning struck Gonzo puppet. So it was the actual screen used puppet from the movie. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find how much it sold for.
Mm.
How much would you bid on this lightning struck Gonzo puppet if money was no object?
Oh,
$1,000,
well.
$2,000, $5,000.
I mean, sure, if money is no object.
I would pay up to and including $12
Yeah. Th- Well, I
for
guess yeah.
that.
Maybe I should ask if money was an object. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
well, maybe I don't know, 40.
Yeah, right, right. Exactly.
Yeah. But that's pretty cool. So somebody out there has that um in their house, I guess, or in their private collection. Um, Beth and I were talking before we started recording about that, and um, how it's unfortunate that it wouldn't be emanating smoke like the one in the movie.
Yeah, because like the puppet itself doesn't look that impressive without it or without the
Yeah,
light up eyes.
exactly.
But yeah, if you've got a little smoke machine going in your display case.
Yeah, exactly. You can just switch that on and recreate the scene from the movie. That would be great. Uh, Gonzo is laughing maniacally as he holds on to the roof, and just screams, "That's it!" Meanwhile, back in the house, some Muppets are playing poker. Uh, it's Rizzo, Kermit, Pepe, and Clifford. I don't know if this is like a regular poker night these guys have. Maybe different Muppets come in and out of this game
Yeah,
on a
it's
regular
like on Star
basis.
Trek: The Next Generation. They have a regular poker
Yeah,
game going.
Oh yeah.
or like the Things regular poker game in the Marvel Comics universe, where superheroes just show up when they want to.
What if what if Data, Pepe, and Ben Grimm all played poker together?
I that would be a lot of fun to watch,
Wow.
I think.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, what an assortment of characters.
Yeah.
As in the opening scene, they're all wearing their bedtime wardrobes here. So we get to see more Muppet pajamas and robes, which we always love to see. Pepe's pajamas have little apples all over them. I don't think we saw that in the earlier scenes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. We also see that Rizzo is holding four aces. Uh,
Hmm.
and they seem to be betting with whatever random objects they have on hand. On the table, there are, it's kind of hard to make out everything, but it looks like some novelty chattering teeth, like those wind-up teeth. I think maybe a fencing foil or whatever you call that
Yeah.
thing. A rubber band ball, a ukulele, maybe a miniature Viewmaster, something that looks
Yep.
maybe like a Rizzo-sized Viewmaster. So yeah, I guess they're just betting whatever they happen to have in this poker game.
Mhm.
Pepe says, "Come on, Rizzo, it's time to bet, okay?" Again, this is, I think we talked about how Pepe wasn't really known for pronouncing other characters' names in a funny way on Muppets Tonight. But this is Pepe coming into his own, and now this is part of his character, so he's calling Rizzo. Rizzo says, "All right, prawn cracker, I'll see your Maryland crab cakes, and I'll raise you a 1958 cheddar cheese. Never been sniffed."
So Pepe is gambling away the crab cakes that he got for being a Long John Silver's pitch man. Right?
Sure,
That's what's happening here.
I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, I was gonna bring up that crab cakes are made out of crab meat, so it's pretty weird that Pepe has these in his
Yeah,
possession, and he's giving them away as a crustacean himself. But yeah, I guess it's not weirder than him promoting Long John Silver's.
right. Which was a few years later. I know. Don't
Yeah,
write
yeah, yeah.
don't write in. I know that was after this movie.
Don't at us.
This is how he got the gig. Long John Silver said, "Hey, Pepe is
Could be.
okay with not exactly cannibalism, but cannibalism adjacent."
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Which, like, to be fair, is not that out of character for him to like sell out
Oh
another
no, no, not
like
for Pepe.
sea
Yeah.
Yeah.
creature. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And there's a history of this kind of stuff with the Muppets, like making jokes about bacon around Miss Piggy.
Right.
Yeah. And Miss Piggy
So
and Kermit were in that Denny's commercial.
that's true. Piggy promoted the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So yeah, ugh, Muppets are weird. Um, the other guys react, especially Kermit and Clifford. I'm not sure if they're impressed by this wager or maybe grossed out or some combination of the two. Because Kermit does make his sheesh face and says, "Crab cakes and cheese, huh?" And Clifford says, "Can't beat that."
I think Clifford is into it. I
Yeah.
think Clifford wants to eat it.
Oh, okay. But it
Can't
looks like
beat that.
he's folding. Is that the correct? Is that what he's doing as he puts his cards down? Like he's not gonna
Yeah.
play?
He's
Yeah.
not going to bid.
It's really hard to tell because no one has their chips in neat stacks. Not even Kermit. They're
No.
just scattered everywhere.
True.
Like who's winning this hand?
Yeah, they might
Well,
not even know
but
themselves.
Rizzo has 4 aces.
Oh, right. Well, for now.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, for
like
now.
we
Right.
don't
We
know
don't.
who.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't know who's been winning up until now.
right.
Right.
But also, speaking of which, though, do we think Rizzo cheated? Like, do we think
Oh,
that's a genuine hand?
huh.
Great question.
Because it's not like Rizzo is a terribly honest fellow, you know?
I would think that if they were gonna do that, they would show him like pulling one of the aces out of his sleeve or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like if they
Right.
were gonna have
True.
Rizzo cheat, they would probably make it obvious.
Right. True.
yeah. Also, I'm just now thinking these cards are all the same size, I guess. So they're not like it would be it would be kind of confusing if like Rizzo and Pepe were playing with tiny cards and Kermit and Clifford were playing with regular size cards.
Oh, right.
So I guess they're all just some kind of standardized Muppet size.
Muppet size cards.
Well, in the scenario you're proposing, Kermit and Clifford are regular sized humans,
Well,
which they are not.
but I mean they're sort of average sized
Yeah,
Muppets.
but Kermit has the tiniest hands. Like
He does have small hands, you're
Well,
right.
so that's what I'm wondering. This can't be the first time that Muppets have played a hand of cards. Is there somewhere a deck of cards in, all of the Muppet props that they go digging around for of like time to get the Muppet
Oh,
sized cards out?
I bet
oh
there
yeah,
is. Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
there's got to be
But
somewhere.
what if Sweetums wanted to play?
Yeah,
Oh,
Sweetums would be like he could hold all the cards and yeah, on one finger. That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Then Gonzo runs in and yells, "Hey guys, the cosmic fish have spoken to me. I'm from outer space."
Can we talk about how when Gonzo bursts in, they all kind of jump, they all get startled.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice bit of puppetry, like of the type that we take for granted,
mm,
because all 4 of them absolutely seem alive,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
oh yeah.
And we don't think about how, like, that means those 4 puppeteers had to make the choice to, like, have them jerk slightly. They're not flailing about, they're
You're
not like
Mhm.
right.
doing some crazy thing. It's like a very controlled, realistic, like the way a person would be startled. And that's impressive that it's just like a thing they can do at their job and we don't even think about it.
Right. Or if they wanted to do a very broad comedy take, they could do that too. They just have, yeah, that much control that when it's appropriate, they can just make it more realistic like this.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good at their jobs.
It's true.
And at first, I was gonna complain about, oh, Rizzo is waving off Gonzo, like your friend just got electrocuted. But I think he's just distracted at first. He does that, like, yeah, 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 Pepe, are you in or out? And
Yeah.
then
Right.
only a minute later does he finally actually look at Gonzo for real and really take in, oh,
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's I think very focused on the game because of this hand that he's excited to play. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, Rizzo says, yeah, yeah, Pepe, are you in or out? Pepe says, see, I'm in. Gonzo says, I'm an alien. And this is when Rizzo turns and notices and says, what, have you been tap dancing on the barbecue again?
Yeah. Which we talk a lot about, like starfish in his pants or whatever.
hmm
But tap dancing on a barbecue actually sounds like a Gonzo act from the Muppet Show.
It does sound like something he
yeah.
would do as an act. Yeah, you're right.
You know? Like it's not just like some crazy thing that Gonzo does for fun because he gets off on it or whatever, right?
Well,
It's
yeah, and it's good not to undercut it with a Like, where is it in what production that Rizzo says you and your hobbies about some
That's in
weird
Muppet
thing?
Treasure Island.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's about the starfish, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, this one seems like it is less of a hobby and more of a, hey, I'm trying out a new act.
Right, it could be,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and they don't try to undermine it with a wisecrack by Rizzo following up. But that is where these minutes end. So we'll actually have to wait until next week to find out whether Gonzo has been tap dancing on the barbecue again. So I have some screenplay draft stuff here. In the early drafts that I've read, uh, there are actually no cosmic fish. Those must not have come until very late in the process.
Hmm.
Huh.
Instead, there are these two supporting characters. I think we mentioned a few episodes ago when we had Matt Wilkie on as a guest. There are these two supporting human characters who believe that Gonzo is from space, and they encourage him and try to help him connect with the aliens. In the February 27th, 1997 draft, you might recall that Gonzo bought a new house for all the Muppets to move into, a mansion. So in their new neighborhood, Gonzo and Rizzo see a UFO outside their window, and Gonzo insists that they check it out. He says, "Imagine other civilizations traveling to Earth from far off galaxies. It would mean we're not alone." Rizzo says, "No, we'd be in the company of ooze-dripping sluggoids who think of helpless little rats as lunch meat," which is very much their dynamic from the previous two movies. So that would have been a fun inclusion.
Sluggoids is good.
Yes, sluggoids, ooze-dripping sluggoids.
Mhm.
It turns out, though, that the UFO is just a model sitting on the roof of a trailer that belongs to their new neighbors. This is John and Barbara Mallett. They live in this trailer, which is full of space-themed decor and is furnished on the inside with Louis the 14th furniture.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. John and Barbara Mallett have been waiting for the space traveler to arrive on Earth, and when they meet Gonzo, they're convinced that he is the first of an alien species and that he will be followed by others. And they believe that they were destined to be his target entities, the first Earthlings he visits. They're sure that this is all true because their furniture is gradually shrinking. This is the sign that it's really happening. They've been measuring their furniture and it's gradually getting smaller, so they know that the alien will soon be here.
Huh.
So yeah, that's it's in the screenplay draft. Barbara occasionally goes into psychic trances where she receives more information from the aliens. John and Barbara are building a landing field where they have made a statue that looks just like Gonzo. So Gonzo is fully on board with all of this. He believes that it's all for real. Kermit also meets John and Barbara, but he is more skeptical, but he's hesitant to discourage Gonzo because Gonzo's so excited about all of it. Kermit says, "Okay, Gonzo, this is a really crazy, far-fetched thing, but we've been friends a long time. If you really want to believe this, then I'll believe it with you." So classic
Mm.
90s nice guy Kermit, believing in his friends.
And if I recall correctly, we cast Jenna Elfman as Barbara, but I did we ever cast John? That's what I don't
I
remember.
don't remember if we, I mean, this has been your wheelhouse of
Right.
casting these
So when I say we, I mean I. If I remember right, I cast Jenna. She's on
yes, Jenna
Psychic
Elfman.
Visions. It's 1999. Like it's Jenna Elfman, right?
No, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, thank you. But so I don't know. Let's say that John, because John then is just like some guy, right? It's Matthew Perry.
He's okay, sure.
Oh, I
I
love
think
that.
in the draft it says he's a little bit older than Barbara and like maybe like yeah, I think maybe she dresses more like a hippie and he's more like kind of casual, sporty. But yeah, sure, that could be Matthew Perry.
Yeah, because then she's like having a vision, and he's like, ah, okay, you know.
Yeah, sure. Okay, there you go.
Have have either one of those two worked around Muppets before? Because I could see that working well.
Jenna Elfman must have been on
Um,
Sesame Street, right? She
Seems like
must have.
she would have.
Surely.
I believe none of the six friends have ever worked with the Muppets. Last I heard,
That sounds right.
That is
because that
surprising though.
because that's like a thing people will talk about from time to time. But I
Right.
believe that's true. Like maybe they've like appeared at a premiere. Like Jennifer Aniston has been photographed with Miss Piggy or something.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
let me see.
I would think Lisa Kudrow would would have done
Right.
it at some point,
Oh,
but I
she would
guess
work
not.
really well with the Muppets. Yeah.
Yes. Uh, Jenna Elfman appeared on the same Tonight Show episode with Kermit and kissed him. But that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's her Muppet Wiki. That and a few Creature Shop credits. But
Wow. Okay. Huh.
Nice.
yeah.
So she's probably like a voice in a Creature Shop thing.
She appears
Oh.
in Looney Tunes Back in Action is a Creature Shop movie.
Oh,
She's one of the
okay.
human leads.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
right.
And Dr. Dolittle, is she a voice? That would make sense. The
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy
yeah.
Band.
Okay,
Ah.
Movie.
sure. Huh, okay. So, okay, then anything else from these 2 minutes? Beth, starting with you.
Nothing else from these 2 minutes. No.
Okay, Anthony.
Uh, yeah, I meant to say after Rizzo says never been sniffed, like obviously that's nonsense, but
Yeah.
I like imagining that Rizzo has an elaborate storage system that prevents the cheese from being smelled by anyone.
He keeps them under lock and key so
Yeah.
nobody can, yeah, get close enough to smell them.
I mean, the cheese itself is like under a little glass cloche thing. And so it
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
me
you're right.
think
Yeah.
that somehow he's got some sort of like like hermetically sealed system that if anyone tries to pick up the cloche in order to sniff the cheese, I don't know, sirens go off or
Sure.
something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's being protected like it's a museum piece or something.
Right.
I like that. Yeah, if we have a minute, I'd like to squeeze in a few comments from listeners. What should we call this season? Because for
We
Treasure
should we
Island, I
should
said listener comment treasure chest.
we should call it RU3. I don't know, like
Signs that people are holding up at the beach.
Listener comment, listener beach signs. Okay.
yeah, listener beach signs, sure.
So a few episodes ago, we talked about Kermit tapping his feet, and we started to speculate. We did not finish this conversation about whether he had the correct number of toes.
We started talking about
Ooh,
Tacky the
We
Penguin
got
instead.
exactly. That is what happened. We got on the subject of Tacky the Penguin.
I can't wait.
Listener Elfish Sounds said, since you guys didn't get there, a frog has 4 toes on each front foot or hand and 5 toes on each back foot. So technically, when Kermit is tapping his happy feet, he's anatomically correct, but here he's tapping his hand.
Huh.
So
Whoa.
good to know. Yeah.
I mean, the Kermit puppet has five-fingered hands, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's opposite. It's
So that
flipped.
means it's the reverse, right? Um,
Whoa.
yeah, but the reference to tapping his happy feet, presumably because in the musical number Happy Feet, he says something about his 10 little tapping toes.
I got those 10
Oh,
little tapping
tapping
toes.
toes.
Right.
I
Yes.
did forget to count the number of toes on the green flippers of the Weepa Beast when we watched The Bells of Fraggle Rock. I noted
Oh.
that there were green flippers on it, but I forgot to count the toes.
Ah,
Hmm. That would be, you should, I mean, you could always go back and
There you
find
go.
out.
I will
Yeah.
report back.
Great. Listener Greg had some input regarding our conversation about what kind of characters would speak to a poster, like Rizzo speaks to his poster of the Mice Girls. Greg said, I must point out the existence of Jason Mendoza, famously talking to a poster of Ariana Grande on The Good Place, one of the
right.
best sitcoms of the last decade. I submit that Jason and Rizzo would probably get along well together. So I'm inclined to agree with Greg there. And finally, we made a mistake when we talked about Dr. Teeth's line in this movie when he says shalom. We said it was Bill Barretta making his debut as the character. In fact, Bill Barretta made his debut as Dr. Teeth in Muppets Wizard of Oz. The line in this movie is John Kennedy, and our friend Shane and listener Fabian both sent us corrections on that.
Yeah,
So
that I'm a little ashamed that we didn't figure that out. Like we didn't look it up.
somehow, yeah, somehow we just hadn't even thought to make a note of whose voice it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there you go, John Kennedy. So that's all I have for that. Beth, we are asking all of our guests this season 2 questions. The first one being, what is your history with this movie?
I wish I could remember the first time I saw it because I remember like once I feel like my childhood memories about Muppet stuff are very pre and post Jim Henson's death. Like
Sure.
everything before, with Jim Henson was like, you know, pleasantly vague memories of stuff that's around all the time. And then once new stuff started to come out, and that was, oh, that's a big deal. They're making new Muppet stuff.
Hmm.
Um, what year did this come out?
99.
1999.
99. Okay. When in 99?
July.
July, I think.
July.
Yeah.
Yep.
July. Okay. So I would have been 8, turning 9 later that year. Wait, no. I can't do math.
I
Yeah, I
aren't we the same age?
Math is hard.
math is hard.
I was 14 when this came out.
Okay, that sounds much more, yeah, that sounds much more like it.
I
Um,
don't I think you're a little young. I don't know. Aren't I'm 40 right now. Aren't we around the
I'm
same
turning
age?
40 on Friday.
Okay. So
Oh,
you were
happy
13 when
birthday.
this you were 13
Thanks.
happy birthday. You were 13 when this came out.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Then if I was 13, then God, I don't know if I would have seen it in the theater or not, but I clearly don't have any significant memories about this movie other than just it was kind of more obvious with this one than with Muppet Treasure Island. Like I didn't really have the sensibilities yet as a whatever 11, 12-year-old to see the difference in like humor levels and all of that.
Hmm.
So Muppet Treasure Island felt a little more consistent with what had come before, but with this one, I remember that the songs not being original really kind of struck me as being a less good choice. I don't know if it would have worked better if they'd had original songs, but I just remember thinking that was an odd choice because even on the Muppet Show, it was always a mixture of like old and new stuff. And this was the first one. Is this the first and only Muppet movie with all covers or just playing existing
Yeah, well,
songs?
Yeah, just basically songs on the soundtrack.
I mean, even I mean, obviously of the theatrical movies, the two newer ones
Right.
have new songs. But even like the direct to video movies and stuff, Kermit's Swamp Years has an original song in it.
Hmm. Life as a Pet.
Yeah.
So, but on the other hand, you also have things like Muppet Family Christmas, a thing we all adore. All of
Right.
those, not zero of those songs are new,
That's
you
true.
That's
know?
a really good point. And yeah, it was only on this watch through when I was, looking through Muppet Wiki that I learned that there was a re-recording of I'm going to go back there someday for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
No, not yet. That was like brand new information to me. And how is it? Is it great?
It's much more easy listening than the
Yeah,
Okay.
the production of it sounds like, yeah, I guess maybe easy listening. Yeah. It's much different than the
it's
original.
very different. But what I like about it is that he almost isn't even playing Gonzo. It's just kind of Dave Grohl singing
It does
Aw.
just sound like Dave Grohl's voice singing, yeah.
you know. So I don't know. It's. I'm not gonna say like it's great, but I do think it's fascinating, and I think you will find it interesting. You know?
Cool.
It
Yeah.
definitely sounds like they were hoping it might get played on the radio, like just
Right.
the arrangement and the production.
Yeah, I remember uh when I showed this movie to my friend and co-host Adam, who had not seen it before, and the whole revelation of this movie, and then I was like, okay, now go back and watch the Muppet movie. Particularly, I'm going to go back there someday with that in mind, with this movie in mind.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh man, it was there the whole time. It was just
Yeah.
an extra
Right.
song on
Right.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
soundtrack.
So our other question is, what is your favorite sci-fi movie or TV show or book or what have you?
Mm. It's really hard to pick because I was kind of, raised on fantasy sci-fi stuff. Um, you know, I think the Star Wars movies and uh, that was a big part of my childhood. I've seen all the Star Treks except for the original series, and oh God, I'm bad at picking favorites, is what
I
the
mean,
thing is.
yeah, you don't have to
But
pick one.
Yeah. You
It's
don't have to.
you can't go wrong with any of those.
yeah, I will say that Firefly and Serenity will always hold a very special place in my heart. That I'm kind of almost not wanting to go back and rewatch them since, like, oh, is it
Yeah.
Yeah,
ruined now?
yeah. That's
But
I don't think Roz would mind me saying on the podcast that that's how she feels. That like
yeah,
Firefly was her favorite show for a long time, and now she's like, I don't know if I need to do that, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But oh, you know what? I'm gonna go on a technicality. The crystal gems are technically aliens. So I'm gonna say Steven
Yeah.
Universe.
Ah,
Oh.
great choice. Great choice. I
Yeah.
love him, my
Okay.
special boy.
Oh,
There you go. Wow, we've had so many different answers to this question. I love it.
Yeah.
yay.
Well, and the thing I always say, can I say the thing I always say about Steven Universe?
Please do.
Which is that like if like you can describe that show to someone with a straight face
Hmm.
as like this is a show about a general who has fallen in battle and her three lieutenants are training her son to take over and lead the rebellion and all
Hmm.
this, which is all true, but it's also just like a silly musical program about like his favorite ice cream bar and eating fry bits
Hmm.
and like the girl who works at the donut shop is going to become the lead singer of a punk band,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
just like it's just the greatest thing ever made. And I don't know, it's like when they decided that it was going to be this like great sci-fi premise but done
Hmm.
in the silliest and kind-hearted way. It's like it was just for
Yeah.
us. You know what I mean, Ben?
And then when you least expect it, they will slap you across the face with some like intergenerational trauma healing. You're like,
Uh-huh.
whoa, okay, a cartoon stone alien lady just made me feel things.
Right. Yeah.
Have you heard
Hmm.
that Rebecca Sugar is doing a Moomin
Moomin
project?
movie. Yes.
Yes.
That is wild. Did you know Rebecca Sugar did the closing credits song for my friend's movie? Did we talk about this?
What?
So a friend of mine, Toby Jones, who was an animator on Regular Show and OKKO,
Nice.
directed a live action feature, super low budget, called AJ Goes to the Dog Park. And it's very silly. It's like Naked Gun style gags.
Huh.
But because of his Cartoon Network connections, Owen Dennis, the creator of Infinity Train, did a special
Mm,
effects sequence for the movie, and Rebecca Sugar wrote and sings the closing theme, the like closing credits music. And I
that's
didn't,
incredible.
I didn't know when I went to the screening that that was the case
Ah,
about Rebecca, and just like the credits start, that voice comes on,
yeah.
and I started weeping, Beth. You know,
Yeah, like YouTube hit me with a new song that she came out with the other day. I was like, oh my God, or they? Uh,
I believe they last I heard.
okay. Uh, yeah, God, I'm so glad they're putting out new stuff. I'm so excited.
Yeah. You can cut as much of this as you want to,
Yeah,
Ben,
yeah.
Well,
but
we'll encourage listeners to talk about all this stuff on the Discord and the Moving
yeah,
Right Along channel.
yeah. Let us know if you're let us uh take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust, and tell us that you also love Steven Universe.
And tell us which crying breakfast friend you are.
There you go. I said it's on my long list of shows that I would like to watch
I I
someday.
I think you would enjoy it.
I'm sure I would. I have no doubt.
The other thing I always say about Steven Universe is that it's the closest thing ever made to Fraggle Rock, to like
Oh,
a
okay.
new
Ooh,
Fraggle Rock, up to and including Back to the Rock.
Okay. Maybe
wow.
maybe when I finally finish watching all the incarnations of the Twilight Zone, go to the Steven
Yeah,
Universe.
that'll be a good follow up.
Yeah.
Great. We'll have to get you back
Uh,
on Fraggle Talk to talk about Steven Universe.
I would love to. I would love to talk about Steven Universe on Fraggle Talk. I did. I think we did talk about it.
Probably.
I think if I remember right, we talked about I don't remember. Probably just Ruby and Sapphire or something. I don't remember.
and so, with that, we can wrap things up for this week. As always, we want to thank Morgan Davy for our show's logo and Jordan Brandon for our theme song. Listeners, you can find Tough Pigs on the internet at toughpigs.com. We are all over social media as well as TeePublic and Patreon. You can chat with other Muppet nerds on the Tough Pigs Discord server, which we just mentioned. Anthony is on Blue Sky at Durwood Clapper. I am on Blue Sky at Me Ryan Rowe. Anthony is on Letterboxd at Zeppo Marxist. I am on Letterboxd at Movies Are Neat. Beth, thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And where can people find you on the internet?
Yes, you can find me at Beth Anna Cook on social media. That's Anna with 2 N's, and occasionally writing stuff for Tough Pigs. And of course, over on the Fraggle Talk Classic podcast channel.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody should listen to that.
Which is humming along with season 3 right now. So
Yeah. Just recorded an episode last night with the Commitment guys.
Oh, great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. And everyone should also tell all of their friends who they play poker with to listen to this show. And please join us again next week for another episode of Moving Right Along. May the fish be with you.
And also with you.